Hey, what's up guys? Damon here with Sheepdog Society, and welcome to the very first video in this series where I show you how to become a better shooter for free with dry fire practice. Now, regardless if you're shooting for recreation, competition, self-defense, or in a combat situation, the very first goal of shooting is to be as accurate as possible. So the purpose of this drill is to help you isolate that trigger pull while holding the gun as still as possible and maintaining that sight picture. And that's how you become accurate. Now, the first thing you're going to need is something to shoot at. What I use for this drill is just a sticky note with a cross in the center of it. I'm going to put that on the wall and walk back about 3 yards. Okay, so now that you have your target up, you're going to make sure your weapon is safe one last time. Got no round inside the chamber, no magazine inside the gun. Now what you're going to do is get into a nice solid fighting stance, a good grip, and then punch out as though you're going to shoot right at the center of that cross on the sticky note. Your whole goal is to be able to pull the trigger all the way through without having to move your sights off of the horizontal and vertical lines of that cross. Here's a quick tip on the trigger pull. After you get your sight alignment and sight picture on that sticky note, put your finger on the trigger and pull the slack all the way back until you feel that wall. Continue to keep pressing that trigger to the rear until the shot breaks. Now if you notice there, the gun didn't move a whole lot, and that's what you want. You want to be able to maintain that alignment with the horizontal and vertical lines of that sticky note. Now I don't want you to just pull the gun down immediately. After the shot breaks, leave the gun there and acquire second sight picture. After that, you can go ahead and rack the slide and start all over again. You're going to release the trigger finger until you feel the trigger reset, and that's as far as you need to go as far as releasing that trigger. You don't want to take your finger off the trigger completely. Pull the slack all the way back out and start all over again. So these are examples of things you should be looking for when you're doing this drill. As you're pulling that trigger, if you notice that your gun is starting to shake, that means that you're squeezing the grip way too hard. And you should be able to notice the front sight shake pretty visibly. Something else you might be able to notice is maybe as you pull the trigger, your weapon dips down. That means you're anticipating. Something else you might also notice is as you pull the trigger, you might see the weapon pull to the left a little bit if you're a right-hander, or to the right if you're a left-hander. That means you're milking the grip. You don't want to move any other part of your hands at all except for your trigger finger, and that's it. When it comes to this particular drill, you might be wondering, how many times should I be doing this per session, or how many reps? And really, a lot of that depends on you. If all you have is 15 minutes, and within those 15 minutes you can get, 35 repetitions, then what you want to focus on is how many of those repetitions were perfect trigger pulls. If you can get 35 for 35, awesome. And you want to continue to keep that up every single time you try this. You want consistency. How often can you get perfect or near perfect attempts? That's what you really want to do. Well, that's it for this video. If you liked it, make sure you to give it a thumbs up and click on the link below with the Home Ideas Network to check out our other awesome channels. Thanks again for watching, and as always, God bless.